Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Hey guys, so it is Jenna and Cindy from the Denton Record-Chronicle. I am the business reporter over at the DRC.
I'm the features editor.
And we're here to do our weekly chat about Denton business and events. And of course, it's December, so again, we're doing a holiday theme. Cindy's back. Her voice is a little bit rough, but it's like
still
way more of a voice than last week.
True.
When I sort of gave an overview of Krampus.
Yes.
And didn't go into the detail that you went into in your story. And now that event is tonight.
It's tonight.
So Cindy's going to fill us in.
Yes.
So where do I show up and when?
Okay. At 7 o'clock, you show up at the Bearded Monk, which is 122
East McKinney.
East McKinney Street. It's the local growler bar. Everyone's going to be gathering and probably doing some drinking at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm not sure how many people are participating, but people dressed as the half goat, half demon of Alpine folklore will begin processing through the alleyways behind the square. And the idea is you and your family and even your kids, this could be a little spooky for sensitive children.
It depends on their temperament and like how they handle this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, but the general idea is that Krampus, walks along the route, menacing the children with sort of a hairy, scary, horned thing going on. And this is something that Denton had for probably a couple of years going between 2011 and 2014. Then it sort of moved to Dallas. Well, now Sean Treat, who a lot of people associate with Denton Nerd Night. He and other people from Denton Krampus Collective decided it's time to revive this. I don't know if the Krampus is on parade for Krampuslauf, which I think just means like the running of the Krampuses. I think. I don't know.
That sounds right to me. Yeah, totally that.
Part of the tradition here in Denton is that Krampus would give away presents, and Sean Treat did tell us that they have asked people to come and give out little goodies and candies. So, and we've also been told that Barley and Board is a good place to stand if you want to kind of, be over by the food truck park over on Austin Street, just sort of off the square. You might see some folks. You're going to see at least one or two people walking along with candy or maybe menacing at your kids. But it's a lot of fun. For some people, it's very metal. But it's been sort of a short time tradition here in Denton and is a good laugh. And I think a good way to decompress before rushing headlong into the holidays.
Right. And when I was talking about it last time, I couldn't remember the last time that we had Krampus because I have really fond memories from when we were on Hickory. The Denton Record-Chronicle office was on Hickory Street, and walking up for lunch and just seeing a Krampus running up to kids, but then having pre-wrapped presents that he was putting into the cars when he was right here, like at the corner. But I didn't have like a time reference for when that might have been.
It was like 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. The Krampus Collective moved it to holiday lighting, and that didn't go well. It didn't go well because, parents, surely, sometimes kids cry when they are on Santa's lap, but parents have an entire lifetime of Santa. In North Texas, I don't know how many people know about the folklore of Krampus, and so having this hulking, hairy, horned beast handing presents to your child, and your child is having a meltdown, it can happen. Yeah. So, but it's coming back, and this really is Krampuslauf. St. Nicholas Day. Yeah, St. Nicholas Day in Germany and Austria and that part of the world is December 6th. And so Krampuslauf is always the night before. So they're doing it on the day.
Yeah, go them. I'm excited to see it. Let's see. And then beyond tonight, we're gearing up for a lot of fun holiday events where it's, you can kind of let your hair down and hang out. There's a couple of different dances going on, right?
Yes.
Some performances.
Yes. The classics that happen every year, the Festival Ballet of North Central Texas performs the Nutcracker every single year. The dates this year are this weekend. It's December 8th, which is Saturday, and Sunday. There are 3 performances. There are 2 on Saturday. The first is at 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
Then the evening performance on Saturday is 7:30 p.m. Then on Sunday, there is a matinee performance at 2:30 p.m. This is your traditional Nutcracker performance. And this is really sweet, especially for families, because they have tiny little dancers, 3 and 4 years old, all the way up to professional ballet dancers appearing in guest roles. So that's happening this weekend. Next weekend is A Gift for Emma. Denton City Contemporary Ballet, years and years and years ago, decided that instead of having a winter recital, they would riff on the Nutcracker and have a similar story about a little girl, but she receives the gift of dance. Now, what's different about A Gift for Emma is not only do you get the ballet and the contemporary ballet, but you get tap, jazz, and depending on the talent, sometimes you get a lot of acrobatics. So those performances are 7:30 p.m. December 15th, 2 p.m. December 16th, so that's next weekend. Both the Nutcracker and A Gift for Emma happen at Margot Jones Performance Hall.
Okay.
Now, where is that? That's on the first floor of the music building at Texas Women's University. And to me, the easiest way to navigate there is Oakland and Pioneer Circle.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
find and parking is generally easy to find on the TW campus this time of year.
Definitely.
Now, ticket prices for the Nutcracker range from $20 to $40. And then A Gift for Emma, those ticket prices are $15 to $21. If you want to do something fun, but you're not in the mood for dance, Denton Community Theater opens the best Christmas pageant ever this weekend. Also a huge age range. This was a whole lot of fun. If you want to dance and you want to have some Christmas fun,
Okay.
the Greater Denton Arts Council is having Yule Ball.
Yes.
Now, this is for ages 18 and up. So the tinier and younger Harry Potter fans aren't going to get to go to this. But it's going to be at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center, and I've got the date. That's from 7 to 11 p.m. on Saturday, December 15th. So these are all stacked up. And it's at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center, and tickets, I can't remember how much tickets are. I want to say they're around $10, but please go to dentonarts.com and check on that. But those are just
many performances.
Yeah, and there's more than that. And if you want to keep up with all of the Christmas performances, check out our 2018 holiday events listing on our website or in Denton Time tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's something so magical about like going and seeing like a kind of like a themed performance right before Christmas. Something that I always did growing up, and I love that there's so many options here.
Very many.
So I'm gonna switch gears and take it over. So shopping. I've done zero shopping.
Same here.
Nothing. Oh no, I did buy one thing online because I thought about it, and I don't even know if it's gonna get here in time. And that's the thing about online shopping. It's like, oh, okay, you can order it, but if it's not Amazon, it's so unpredictable about when it's going to arrive. And you're like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. So if you want to do your in-store shopping, a lot of our local I was starting to say realtors, but like, they're not, this isn't open houses. This is retailers. So, of course, stores like Target and stores at the mall like JCPenney and Macy's are doing extended hours. But something that you might not know is a lot of our local businesses are doing extended hours too for holiday shopping, which is something really great. So there's another wine walk coming up, which is normally a monthly event. That's going to be on December 19th, where all of the participants are going to be open until 9 p.m. So that's going to be a really good last minute opportunity. But if you're like me and you're just now starting to think about it and you want to start stockpiling your stuff, really just try a lot of the businesses. So here's a rundown of what I've collected so far. And I'm going to be trying to keep like running tabs on this so that you know where and when to shop. Because I think since most downtown businesses normally close at 6, that there's a mindset when you get off work you can't do any holiday shopping here, and that's really changing, which I think is a good recognition of what the market is, and it's local businesses responding to that. So Palm Tree Boutique, which is up here, which is like women's wear, they're the best place in town to get the Kendra Scott line of jewelry, which is really, really popular. They have a really extensive Kendra collection. They have extended hours starting this weekend. So they will be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, when normally they close at 6. So you have a little bit of time before you go out to dinner or heading home or anything like that to pick something else up. And then starting on December 10th, so next week, the Dime Store is going to be extending their hours until 8 p.m. as well. And I know for me, that's like a big place where I get stuff.
Same here.
I really try to shop local with that, because also if you aren't familiar with the Dime Store, they just moved. They have a new location next to Bearded Monk. I think it's at 118 East McKinney Street. And it is basically like a haven for locally made goods and local things. So it's a really good way to support local artists in our community. And there's so much stuff. There's art prints, there's pottery, there's planters, there's jewelry, there's cosmetics, there's homeware.
Decorative and utilitarian handmade objects at Dime Store.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorite of mine, and that's where I get a ton of stuff. So I'm really excited that next week that they're going to be open until 8 p.m. And one thing that was interesting with the move, the owner of the business, Shelly, she had told me that if they get a good response, they might consider having their hours until 8 p.m. even after the holidays.
Wow.
Which I think would be really exciting, because we don't have a lot of retailers that are open in the evenings. But I think with their positioning by some of the bars and by downtown now, that people going from, work to dinner would be shopping. So I think that that's exciting, that this will be a little bit of a test run for them about whether they're extending hours. And then some of our more traditional retailers aren't extending hours, but they are adding Sunday availability.
Yes.
So Garden Gate, which is another great hub for gifts and for your home decor, that's going to be open starting this Sunday on Sundays now until Christmas from noon to 5. And then JT Clothiers, which is our premier clothing retailer here on the square and is a longtime local business that's relatively new to the square. They've been open for a year or two now.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, in the new location. They're adding Sunday hours as well starting this week. So they're going to be open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sundays.
Excellent.
So you have some more flexibility to get your holiday shopping done in a local way this year, which I think is really neat.
And you really can. I would say the last 5 years, I've made a concerted effort to do my Christmas shopping within the city limits of Denton. And it's really doable. When there were younger kids in my family, they're not so young anymore, I could go into Atomic Candy and put together a little gift basket, and it was always a really big hit. And some of the novelty gums have always been favorite stocking stuffers. So you really can get a really original, really well made Denton stuff. You can. It takes some planning, and if you work hours that are in the evening, you do have to do some planning, but you can do it, and I think it's worth it.
I think so too, and I really do think that our local retailers are making that more of a priority and making it more manageable. So that's really exciting to see the market respond. Also, one other thing in business news, as we're getting ready for holiday shopping, we do have another new option downtown. I'm heading there after this, so I don't have a ton of information, but it's called Commonwealth. It's at 118 North Cedar, and the shop is an offspring of Oddbird Company, which is a textiles company that's based out of Denton, using Turkish material. So they've been around for a few years and have a really loyal Instagram following. So they do a lot of Turkish woven towels, robes, linens, loungewear, slippers, things like that. It's kind of like a home loungewear line that's out of Denton. They also have like these really large, luxurious like floor pillows for your children's spaces and things like that.
Nice.
And they've been an online only retailer since they were founded. And so now there's Commonwealth, which is open Wednesday through Saturday, I believe, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. over on Cedar Street. And in addition to the Odd Bird Company things, there's also some handmade pottery in the store. And there's some other kind of higher end goods that aren't necessarily local, but are still the artisan vibe that a lot of Denton shoppers are looking for. And it's a little bit higher end. So it adds some variety to the downtown shopping atmosphere. So I'm excited to go over there and maybe report more next week.
Definitely. Well, I figure we can kind of wrap up by letting you guys know next Thursday, which is the 14th. Not tomorrow, but next Thursday.
We're so good at the dates.
I never know what day it is. We will be publishing our story about where to go in Denton to see fantastic holiday lights and decorations. If you have a neighbor or you have a fantastic yard and you would like us to include that in our coverage, which will include slideshows, we're working on a map, and I'm going to be writing a story about it. Just send your address, and if you want to send me details like we have, 800 strands of lights, in our yard, send that to me at cbreeding@dentonrc.com, and we'll be out this week taking photographs and this weekend taking photographs. But if you'd like to take a photograph of your yard or a neighbor's yard and email that to us, we'll include it in the slideshow and we'll get that in there, because the later we get in December, the more people get in the mood to drive around town with their children and maybe their out-of-town visitors and look at the beautiful, beautiful lights in Denton. So send that our way.
It's 100% a thing, and
it is.
I'm really excited for it because maybe we'll see some new stuff that we haven't in the past. And just submit your stuff to us because we only cover so much distance. And like right now, my neighborhood is so sad. It's only 2 houses on our street that have Christmas lights, and we're putting ours up tonight or tomorrow night. But we're slacking, and there are a lot of other neighborhoods that are so on it. Yeah, well, I've been
Jenna's getting married this weekend, so
it's
other things have come up.
So Christmas lights haven't been like a top priority, but for a lot of people, it is. That's how you mark the start of the holiday season. So if you guys have anything you're really proud of, or if you guys have anything that you think is really unique to the area, send us your information. Yeah, cbreeding@dentonrc.com. Send me your address, any details you want to include. If you want to give your family's name, we'll roll that all into it. Yay. So happy holidays from us at Denton Record-Chronicle and Denton Radio. Happy shopping. Yeah, and we will catch up with you guys next Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.